Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Damodararati Vardhana Veshe. Damodararati Vardhana Veshe. Hari Niskuta Brinda Vipinese. Brinda Vipinese. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Vrishabhanu Dadhi Navashasi Lekhe. Vrishabhanu Dadhi Navashasi Lekhe. Lalita Sakhi Guna Ramita Vishakhe. Guna Ramita Visa. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Karunam Kuru Mai Karuna Bharite. Karuna Bharite. Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite. Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Jai Jai Sri Sri Radharani ki. Let's read the translation. Go to O Radha, O Madhava, O beloved, Madhava's beloved, O you whom all the young girls of Gokula worship, all glories unto you, all glories unto you. O you who dressed yourself so as to make Lord Damodara love you more and more. O Queen of Lord Hari's pleasure grove, Vrindavan. O new moon that has arisen from the ocean of King Vrishabhanu. O friend of Lalita, O you whose virtues delight Vishakha. O most merciful goddess, O you whose divine qualities are sung by Sanaka and Sanatan Kumaraj. O most merciful Radha, please have mercy on me. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki, Jai Sri Sri Radharani ki. So go to Jai Radha Madhav Prabhuji and then we'll sing one more song and then. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Madhava Kunja Bihari. जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवर धारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवर धारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवर धारी जय जय गिरिवर धारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीरा बनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवर धारी जय गोपी वल्लभा जय गिरिवर धारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तेरा वनचारी तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe. Nithai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nithai Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Hey Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Dev Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan Bhagavan ki, Sriman Mahaprabhu ki, Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Dev Bhagavan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Okay. So we'll read some Bhagavad Gita, and today I am going to talk about the ups and downs in spiritual journey. So we'll take bright example of Gajendra, because Gajendra is how he really tossed up for thousands of years. He fought with the crocodile, and we'll see how in the ups and downs what he did, how he achieved the ultimate goal. So we'll take his example, and in the month of Kartik, it is auspicious to recite, remember the Gajendra Moksha prayer. So we are not going to go through all, but we will little bit back and forth discuss from the Bhagavad Gita few sloka. There are 3 or 4 which I identified is pretty cool sloka to understand the essential meanings of to remain steadfast during the times of ups and downs or any times of setbacks. So just like it is said, a rich man is known by his charity. Is it known? So you cannot say someone is rich unless he gives too much of charity. Right? So similarly, a steadfast man is known how he is displaying his qualities in the war, just like Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir Maharaj. Prabhuji, can you get the sloka which I sent? Ravananda Sakha Prabhu? In the meantime, yeah. So, Yudhishthir Maharaj, what is his name signify? Yudhishthir. Yudh mein jo sthir, means in the war, who remains steady or calm or equipoised. Who can remain calm? Can you remain calm in the battlefield? If there is a flood, San Francisco, El Nino time is flood is coming. Can you remain calm? Can you remain calm, Daniel Prabhu? Can you remain calm, Balram? What do you do? You run around, grab something. What it does is, at the time, we were quick to save our life or to come to a comfortable position. So why do we do that? Because we always try to come to a comfortable position. That is our nature. Suppose a flight is like shaking when it is going in a bad weather. What the pilot says, please come back to your seat. Isn't it? Why he said that? Because you want to be safe and comfortable. So by nature, we have to be safe and comfortable. But we are talking about the body. The mind, we do not know. It doesn't need a aeroplane ticket for mind to go from here to London. Have you been to London? Which place you have been out of California? Dallas. You can go now Dallas, right? Yes. He doesn't need a ticket. Do you need a ticket to go to Dallas? In your mind you can go, not physically. Whatever street you have roamed in Dallas, you can see now in your mind, isn't it? Yeah. So, when the mind, we do not know sometimes the ups and downs of the mind. See, the ups and downs of the mind is known by our experience. That means, if you have a bad experience, then you know that I am going through a bad phase of life. If you are dreaming something, a tiger is catching you, what do you do? Then you shake yourself, you get fearful, afraid. Then this is the down period of your mind. When you are in a big palace surrounded by big angels, thousands of angels serving you, then you are in a delighted mode. So similarly, the mind experiences different situations, different things, then it basically triggers our consciousness that you are this or that, you are enjoying or suffering or whatever it is. But reality is, there is an accident on the way in El Camino. Means reality is nobody can say that he is enjoying the accident. Can you say that? Oh, I met with an accident. Oh, I am great to hear that. Did you say that? No, isn't it? Because the ultimate outcome of an accident is suffering. It's always a negative reality. So there is, nobody can say, maybe by an accident somebody can get like the flight in New York, which was landed in which river? Some river, right? It was, but the pilot got glorified. But depends on the outcome of this particular accident, which was saved. People call it a miracle or an accident. So in that accident, if you are saved or somehow, but there is chances of enjoyment or a positive side is likely maybe 5%. 95% is time we get suffering. During rain season, you get a lot of accident in 101, 280 or freeways. So you get severe to minor to severe outcome, body injury, car injury, mental injury, whatsoever. So what it goes in that period is your experience of accident. So similarly, this gentleman, Gajendra, he is an elephant. Gaja means an elephant. Indra means the king of an elephant. So Gajendra, he was going through an accident also. But none of the accident comes haphazardly. You cannot say that in Africa I got an email in news today that a man was bitten by a snake or a man was eaten by a lion. You can say an accident, but these are all arranged by the providence. But why the providence is cruel to arrange me to be eaten by a lion? Isn't it not a good thing? If it is arranged by providence, why the providence is cruel? Is not a question mark for everybody? Why this providence is cruel? Daniel? Use the microphone.
Maybe it's their karma.
Yeah.
Maybe it's their karma, or it's Krishna's way of saying or reminding you that it's not your material world's not your home, or maybe it's both.
Exactly. The karma is there. Who knows? In a previous life, you might have killed 20 snakes, like in your sticks, or maybe in few years you might have done it. So we cannot determine the outcome of the karma when it is going to come, whether in this life or next life, or it is vanquished, right? So we do not know, but definitely it is certain that we are going to go for a positive or negative reaction of our accumulated karma. So accident is not a sign of accident haphazardly or it happens without our knowledge. It is happening without our knowledge. That's why it is accident. Right? I step on 10 ants. The ants may declare that it is an accident, but I intend to step on them. I could avoid it, but I am stepping, going, a child is going and stepping on the hundreds of ants there. For the ants, it's like a calamity. It's like earthquake, isn't it? Because so much of influences, forces are there. So it's because it is there out of their knowledge. Their perception of thinking is they have to go in a straight line, they get the sugar and go to their hole. In between here, they do not know who, ma'am. This, our step, is like a big mountains is falling onto them. For an ant, our steps are like big mountains. Just like you are going, a big mountains, mount slides, you can't avoid anything. So essentially, the point of accident to know is, it is not in our knowledge. You do not know, you do not know, you do not know, you do not know, I do not know. And it is happening somewhere else. Without our knowledge, that's what we call it an accident. Oh, I did a mistake, I should have put my brake. Oh, I was texting, I was talking, I was this, I was that. No matter whatever it is, but it is an accident. And that means that providence is forcing you or bringing you to positions to get that suffering at that time. In April 2020, you are going to meet with an accident. And your right hand will be broken. Is written. Now the question is, how I survive it? By praying to Krishna, you will definitely meet with the accident. But the impact may be very less by Krishna's mercy. Or even if it is whatever it is, Krishna will arrange you in some other way. So the Gajendra also met with an accident. How? He was going with his friends, his wife, his children, his family members in the Trikuta mountain in the heavenly planet. We do not know. The heavenly planet, Prabhupada says, likely the grapefruit is like how big? It's like maybe the air balloon goes on the top. Have you seen the advertisement? Like that big. The banana, you see the, what is that called? Gecko or some kind of advertisement they do while there is a 49ers match or something on the top of the sky. So that big will be like banana, which is falling on your head. How is it going to happen? So in that particular planets, Gajendra is there and he is enjoying with his family, and he was beaten by, or a crocodile underneath, somehow it grabbed his leg. So let's read that one. Can you go to the last two sloka, Prabhu, which I sent? There will be 10 sloka, but have you opened the last SVG 2 sloka? Yeah. So you can chant quickly a mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vigaya tasmin amritambu nirmalam. हेमारविन्दोत्पला रेणुरुसितं पापन्निकामं निज पुष्कारोद्धृतम् आत्मानमद्भिः स्नपयान् गतक्लमः. So Srimad Bhagavatam 8.2.25. So this is the Gajendra Mokshas. And let me read the translation. The king of the elephants entered the lake, bathed thoroughly and was relieved of his fatigue. Then with the aid of his trunk, he drank the cold, clear nectarian water, which was mixed with the dust of lotus flowers and water lilies until he was fully satisfied. So what is the outcome of this experience? Good or bad? Very good, right? He is really enjoying. Just like you have a lotus flower, you have somebody sprinkling you, you are in a swimming pool, enjoying the things. So what experience you get it? Very pleasant. Now go to the next shloka. Okay. Tathaturam yatha patim karenavo Vrikshamanam tarasha baliyasha Vichukrushu dinadhiyo apare gajaha Parsni grahastarayitum na chasakam. Scroll down. Thereafter, seeing Gajendra in that grave condition, his wife, sorry, I think I missed the, can you go back to the previous sloka, Prabhuji? Yeah, can you click the next from there? Yeah, scroll down. Let's read the translation here. Like a human being who lacks spiritual knowledge and is too attached to the members of his family, the elephant, being illusioned by the external energy of Krishna and his wives and children, bathed and drank the water. Indeed, he raised water from the lake with his trunk and sprayed it over them. He did not mind the hard labor involved in this endeavor. Go next. I would read another sloka and then go to that. So, by the arrangement of providence, O king, a strong crocodile was angry at the elephant and attacked the elephant's leg in the water. The elephant was certainly strong, and he tried his best to get free from this danger sent by providence. So what is the thing? So let's discuss, reflect here. So in the first sloka, there are three sloka, right? First one, he is completely in a mood of enjoyment. When you go somewhere else, picnic, you have to go to, which place you like, Balram? Hawaii? Which? Huh? Park, okay. So when you say, okay, let's Balram plan to go to a park, you're excited, right? You're going excited, and then we go on the way, then you fell down on the street. Then you put bandage and all kind of stuffs. So the happiness turns out to be sorrow. And it happens to all of us in a minutely, in a some way. Oh, I got it, I was locked out in my car. Now I have to call my license, my insurance to open it and all. So the ups and downs, either a smaller section or a bigger section, which comes into our play. The minor things we do not care. We know that it is temporary. Isn't it? Suppose you are locked out, you came out and your key is inside the car and somehow it got locked out and you have to go. Then you call, it's a half an hour, 1 hour delay in the whole process because you have to call the guy, he comes and opens the key for you and then go inside. But that does not give you a great botheration. And you realize, everybody, not only you, whoever even the mundane world, they realize that it's temporary, isn't it? Did anyone consider it's an internal problem? Maybe someone like SKP who may have put the car key here and there, a different story, always. But it is a temporary problem, isn't it? Isn't it, Prabhuji? It's a temporary problem. Means that I am somehow put into this certain situation and then not able to get out of it. But let's say there is a life-threatening problem. Somebody got attacked by cholera, cancer, some worse disease in his life, isn't it? So what is going to happen? He is going to suffer within his mind. So the first thing is we need to know the ups and downs, no matter whether you are a big or a small or a rich or poor or whatever it is, the ups and downs are going to come. You cannot say that I wanted to, my goal of life is to make the ocean calm, no waves. What kind of impudence you have? And what is the things you are going to get it? The waves are certainly, it has to come from the ocean. Because the wind is causing the waves to happen. So vast ocean, how can you stop the ocean? How can you stop the waves? Is it possible? Exactly. The ups and downs in everybody's life is going to come. No matter whether it can be in San Diego, it is today, it's a 9-foot wave. In San Francisco, it's 11-foot wave. Or Santa Cruz, it's a 3-foot wave. That means in different people, different living beings will get different levels of waves. You may get bigger waves, you may get smaller waves, you may get little smaller like pond-like waves, which is unnoticeable, like minor problems. So what does it mean? Who am I? I am the swimmer. I have to swim. Because there is no other way that I am there in this whole wave. Not only I am, you all are there in the material existence. However, how much we try to get out of this, we have to touch the waves and then only it can be out. Suppose you are just 500 feet away from the ocean beach. When you come back, there may not be waves. But when you come to the bank, there will be a wave. When a person, that means if somebody is coming from here and going, or somebody is going from the beach to the middle of this ocean, what is going to happen? He has to cross at least maybe 50 feet, 100 feet, 200 feet, whatever it is. He has to cross these waves, this tossing wave, then only he can swim properly. That is the test we are doing. Those people who are already there in the sand, they are not recognizing the waves' importance. Means it is going beyond their head. There are people who are suffering, they are not admitting that they are suffering. There is a person in Delhi, there is near to the temple, our East of Kailash temple, ISKCON. So, in the Gadi, there are the people are on the street, they are, they are eating bad things. Whatever thrown away, remnants, foods and all. So people go and come, at least eat khichdi. But they are not coming out. This is good. Means the tendency is so laziness, not even putting any effort. So those people are gone. So those people who are trying in the spiritual wave, that means who wants to cross this ocean. So the first thing what you get is the waves. That means you will get lot of ups and downs. How? By not chanting properly, inattentiveness, and today I was there, but I am fully busy with the elections outcome. I am supporting my candidate got lost, or my candidate won. I am fully into that. So this, or we can say about anything which you can imagine, which is an obstacles in our devotional service. Just like obstacles in swimming is opposite waves opposite winds, opposite waves. There is an obstacle to move forward. So the obstacles in our devotional life, in the beginning stage, is like waves. When you just enter, you feel cold here. But Indian beach or South American beaches are different. Which is tropical beaches are more warm. Well, enjoy. But here you go, oh, it's cold. So similarly, when you start the spiritual journey, you will feel that, oh, do you have to do it? Do you have to apply Bhagavad Gita? Do you have to chant? Do you have to do something? Many things comes into mind, isn't it? But when you go a little step, then you fall down, right? Why? Because inattentiveness. The big wave comes, shoo, it takes you around onto the beach. It puts you down. That means it gives you whether you have the real strength to sustain those waves to move forward or not. That means you are completely, that's what we come, oh, that Prabhuji was coming for 2 years to temple, chanting. Where is gone? He's no more coming. That means he's in the beach now, back to the land. He's walking on the land. He may jump again. But little bit I'm tired now. 2 years I did devotional service in the water. No more. I'm coming back. Then again in the walking in the beach. Maybe, oh, I have to again go back. I forgot it. So by the time 10 years gone. So he is gone. But the people who are struggling, if you are not struggling, you are not advancing. That's the purity. That's the level of our conclusion. If you are not struggling, that means you are not advancing. If you are not struggling means you are not attempting to go beyond with these waves. You are floating there. That means you are not moving. A movement means you have to put efforts. Then it goes. So that is the movement. And then because we do not advance, because we get the ups and downs in our life. And what we do? We submit to those ups and downs. Yeah, he's not a devotee, he's not getting, I am a devotee, I am getting it, he's not, why the heck I have to adopt so many formula in my life? What value I am getting it? But no. That's why Bhakti Vinod Thakur says the 6 Saranagati, right? Krishna Astra. Then also in Nectar of Instructions, it mentions about what is that? Confidence, enthusiasm. So it is, these attributes are required, confidence and enthusiasm, so that what we do is, we acquire those quality and move forward. No struggle, no advancement. Somebody saying, oh, my life is easy going, I'm coming 9 to 5, this and that, I'm going, that's it. But you are not moving any step forward towards Krishna. So we have to see, if I am not struggling, it is struggle for everybody is different level. Struggle to wake up early in the morning, struggle to finish our rounds, struggle to read chapter a day, struggle to many other things, isn't it? So those things are coming. So once we say let it go, the let it go fundamental principles making us lousy. So what we do is, we do attentiveness. By attentiveness, we will not fall down. By attentiveness, we will not fall down. Means, we will again join the wave. If you are not attentive, you are in the beach, what is going to happen? It will smash you down. And then, if you are attentive, and then it can defend. But if you are not strong, then also you can fall down. Just attentive is not enough. You have to acquire strength. And spiritual strength comes from practicing religious observations like Kartik Brat, Ekadasi Brat, Janmashtami, Nrsimha Chaturdasi, and different Brat. If you observe, then you get the strength. You follow? And by attentiveness and strength, then you need practice. Suppose you wanted to go from the wave number 1 to wave number 3, that means you need to practice, 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 practice. But it is very difficult to go beyond. It may be 2-3 waves you can cross, but going to 500 feet inside the ocean, you need to have a mentor. Isn't it? Everybody agrees that we need to have it. That's why we need a spiritual teacher, a spiritual guide, a spiritual master who gives us some instructions. Do this way, do this way, do this way, like this, a coach. When it is there, then your attention, your strength, and your confidence, those qualities what you have acquired, you will be able to come to that stage where the water is calm, Pacific, like fully calm. And what you do, you can float and you can enjoy. You can enjoy, like if you know, because by the time you know the art, because even the floating, you are fully attentive and your full strength is there. Because, and you're fully confident that you are not going to be drowned. Because you're fully confident how to overcome, because you already gone through those ups and downs in your life. When Krishna wants to give someone, he wants to make sure that he is qualified. When Krishna is thinking about someone that I wanted to give him devotional service, he wants to make him qualifying so that he comes to that platform. And it depends on the desire of the person. Krishna doesn't pull. Can you pull your... When I pull my son Balram to the ocean, hey, leave me, I don't want. You cannot force. Can you go? He was getting annoyed. Just like Krishna telling Daniel, now I become sannyas, I'm giving you. I pull, no, I will shave your head now. No, I will put you this dress to saffron. Can you do it? No. He doesn't force. Krishna doesn't force anyone to become something. God has given independence, free will. Prabhupada says, whatever Krishna gives, that is eternal. Krishna doesn't take it. If Krishna give you eternal free will, Krishna give you free will, that is eternal. Krishna give you independence, that is eternal. Swarat. But we have to be in the domain of Yogamaya or Mahamaya. So that is the things, the ups and downs in our life is not a bad thing. Rather than the bad thing is that if you are not getting the desire to come closer to the Lord, desire to be affectionate towards the Lord, desire to obtain the devotional service of Supreme Lord, that means we are, no matter, even though we are strong enough in the ups and downs, we are still not qualified. There are many people in the world, like athletic Olympic champions, gymnastics, a warrior. They are also going through ups and downs and there, but their determination is what? To achieve their personal goal. Their determination is to glorify themselves. But our determination is to purify ourselves. That's our goal, that somehow or other I develop those qualities where I can become Krishna conscious. So I will read 2 Bhagavad Gita sloka, Prabhuji, sorry if you don't mind. The 2 Bhagavad Gita, which sloka, first, second, third. Yeah. So this is one sloka. I am giving some good example here. Krishna is saying, Ete vimukta konteya tamodvare stribhir naraha achariti atmana sreyash tato yati param gatim. Translation. The man who has escaped these 3 gates of hell, O son of Kunti, performs acts conducive to self-realization and thus gradually attains the supreme destination. So the point which I wanted to highlight is conducive to self-realization, which is important. So our actions, our enthusiasm our interest, our desire should be how I really develop self-realization. Is a self-realization thing is a kind of a bar? Yes. Self-realization is a gradual process. Just like I am saying, in the ocean, as you get multiple dimensional thought, how you are exhibiting your quality. Just like a person is self-realized or not, when he is walking, we see that he is still killing an ant. When in our behavior, when even our food, when even our thinking process, or in a difficult situation, how we are exhibiting, how you are displaying our actions, anger, or the three gates of hell we know, right? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, and all the six gates also. There are different levels of things. So basically, how a self-realized person, by such things, he is maintaining his equilibrium, or he's a slack guy, he's a lousy person. So that is what Krishna is maintaining here. That how is conducive to self-realizations during when ups and downs period. There is another one. Could you please go, Prabhuji? The second one. Okay. So this is again 1623. He says, Ya Shastra Viddhi Mutsrijya Vartate Kam Karata Nasa Siddhim Avapnoti Nasukham na Param Gatim. Translation. He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. So, in this one, we are talking about the final, ultimate goal. Means what I am getting by practicing so much to overcome the ups and downs in my life. What if I just don't, I am indifferent? I am indifferent means, okay, somebody came to my home, he tear my Bhagavad Gita. Somebody came to me on the side, he said he tear apart the flag of temple. I am indifferent. I am indifferent to all these things. So, what Prabhupada says, one must understand the scriptural injunctions. The scriptural injunctions, what has to be done. That means, if I have to do, let's say, what has to be done in terms of this spiritual guidance. When Hanuman, he did the right thing. He used his anger to please Lord Ramachandra when he was in Lanka. So Prabhupada mentions, a devotee should be not tolerant when a Vaishnava's holy name, Lord himself, is defamed or attacked or vandalized or whatever it is. So a devotee should always take appropriate action based on his capacity, based on his position. Suppose you are not a warrior like Arjun, you cannot put your sword, but you should leave the place. You know there are big people who are talking about against God. You are not capable to really counterattack them in your argument or in your valor or strength or whatsoever, then you can leave the place. Sorry, I can't hear the bad things about God. So that's why it is not that I am to be indifferent during ups and downs. I am not going to be indifferent in ups and downs. Because if you are indifferent to ups and downs, then you will become frustrated. You will become disgusted. Then you are done in your life. Life is a progressive path towards happiness. So we cannot make a line, I am done. Devotee doesn't do that. Because our heart is fluidity. Fluidity means it is expanding and it has to touch the Ganges. Then only it becomes Ganges. This expansion cannot stop because it is not expanding. Because we are not growing, after few years of our devotional service, we are what you call saturated. Because you are not advancing, because you are not, our self-realization is not going, and also because we are getting too many ups and downs, because you are not moving from the shore of the bank of the ocean, we are not going further. Isn't it? You get bored, right? Suppose you are going After 3 years, I saw, hey, Daniel, you are doing same thing. You are not even going to the second wave. Then you yourself also bored, right? I am not going to the second wave. Because you are not pushing yourself. You have to jump. That's it. Then see what's going to happen. Then something will happen. So you have to jump yourself. I am chanting last 25 years, 2 rounds only. Does it sound good? No. So we have to come to the platform at least, what Prabhupada has given, the baseline platform, which is giving knowledge to Krishna. Somebody text me for a question or? Okay. Vishwadas Prabhu. So that's why we have those understanding that what it has to be done in ups and downs. So now I'm coming back to Gajendra, then we'll come back to Bhagavad Gita again. So go to the Gajendra chapter, Prabhuji. So we'll go to the next sloka. No, the Gajendra Srimad Bhagavatam, not the one. Yeah. Gajendra's 8 point, where is that? No, it was there in one. It was open actually in one of the sections. Next one. Yeah. So thereafter, seeing Gajendra in that grave condition, his wives felt very, very sorry and began to cry. The other elephants wanted to help Gajendra, but because of the crocodile's great strength, they could not rescue him by grasping him from behind. So what does it mean? That means just hour before, this Gajendra was completely delighted. He is very happy. Why? Because he is enjoying in the whole mountain, lake, and with his wife, with his family. But now, the real aquatics in the water is crocodile, right? Generally, they have a territory. Animals have the territory. Rhino is a very territory animal, right? You know, rhino is a territory animal, right, Balaram? Lions also, and who else? Who are little strength, they have territory. This is my territory. Dogs also have territory in India. They have street dogs. If one street dog came from another mohalla, they will likely bark at the other dog. Because it says, I am the God, I am the Lord of this section. So please do not come without my permission. Or they will bite. My God, you have seen in the dogs bite. Monkeys in Vrindavan. My gosh, they will go like crazy in Vrindavan, you know. So they are more territory of how many sea monkey they have. I have 10, 15. You can't. So they do that way. So everybody has the territory. So the crocodile has also territory. What is the territory? That water and this guy come from land. He's enjoying both the places. It's not possible. He is there. God, you given you land and trees to eat, and you are coming inside the water and enjoying, throwing the sprinkling. Let me grab your leg. Nobody can escape the death of crocodile. Because crocodile is who's Biman? Mother Ganga. Mother Ganga sits on the throne of a crocodile. You can be escaped from the tiger somehow or other, but you cannot be escaped from the crocodiles, the mouth of a crocodile. It's very difficult. So if it is crocodile himself, he loses, then only you, otherwise not yourself. So the crocodile like death personified, but he's not going to eat the big Gajendra, but he can grab him. So when he grabbed in his leg, what is the time is? Is it up time or down time? It is a good time or bad time? Bad time for Gajendra. So what Gajendra did? He fought, right? He has to fight against because he has to save himself. So when you get in a bad time, what do you do? Do you fight? Do you have any bad time in your life? How did you handle it? How did you handle it, Vishnu Prabhuji? Try to get rid of the situation. Because sometimes we have bills coming from the phone companies. Oh, $200. Why $200? And you call, you try to explain, you do it, then you fix it. So we take appropriate action, corrective action, because it is hampering our self-interest, isn't it? Because we have to pay, instead of $40, the phone company charged me $200. So I have to call and remain in the call for 25 minutes. Or whoever it is, I'm not. 25 minutes, half an hour, right? AT&T or anyone you call. How many? At least half an hour. Then you fix the problem. And it is very difficult. Recently, I was looking in one of the video snaps, who was saying that one lady in Oakland, I think by mistake she paid her mortgage like $2,800, $3,000. So instead of that, she paid to AT&T $3,000. When she paid $3,000 to AT&T, then realized that she paid to AT&T phone bill, which is just $40 or $50. Then she called. When she called, that guy, you don't understand what's half English, half not something else. Then again she called. They said, okay, it is a process, we do not know, and this cannot be done. Then third person she called, escalated to supervisor, said, okay, we cannot issue a check because this is a check, it has to go with the process and all. After 3.5 months, she said, am I paid by mistake and you give it back to me? 3 months. Then she has to go to ABC network and publish those things, because how AT&T is causing problem to me. I am not doing our internet bad for anyone. They're giving an example, which is came. So it has its ups and downs, means he is going through the downtime period. But the point is, why is he taking trouble? Because my self-interest is thwarted. My self-interest is hampered. Isn't it? I put myself in the money. It is of course your property, your thing. We need to safeguard it, which is not a bad thing. So I take extra time to call and extra time to explain and resolve the issue, because I will be benefited. Somebody has taken my benefit, I will be benefited, that's what I am investing time. Similarly, when the spiritual obstacles come, we don't take that appropriate actions. Do you take? Means, today I miss my round. Whom shall I call AT&T? Shall I call Prabhupada? Shall I call someone? Because we do not understand yet what is my self-interest. That's the problem. We understand the money is my self-interest because the company has stolen $3,000 from me, or mistakenly we got it. I am taking so much of pain, 3 months, 4 months to get it, which is nice, which is not a bad thing. I didn't say it's a bad thing, it should be done. But because that is the self-interest, the thing is that we are in ignorance to recognize what is our spiritual self-interest and how we should safeguard that. Because the spiritual self-interest, we must safeguard it. How do we do it? We should know that our advancement is hampered by not associating with the devotees. Associating with the devotees is itself an endeavor, isn't it? You are coming here, is it not an endeavor? Absolutely. In a winter time, and you could have watched television, sleeping in your own bed, on own couch, or doing something which is more relaxing. You are struggling to come here and listening to the lecture in the middle of the night, the philosophy, which is not an easy task, isn't it? So that you are putting an endeavor. So Gajendra did also endeavor. to come to the lake, the Trikuta mountain lake. Because any sense gratification, you need to put an endeavor. The thing is that we are delighted by the idea of sense gratification. That's why when the delightment comes, then we actions are more. When austerity things are coming in mind, then I have to take bath in the morning. Those things will come into picture because we think that it is causing me my what? I am putting myself. I am going beyond my comfort level. Nobody wants to sacrifice their comfort level. My comfort level is not talk to people. Let's say, I am not saying I talk to people. But someone say, my comfort level, I am a shy person. I don't want to talk to anyone. I'll go to the corner there. Nobody approaches me. If somebody approaches 3 or 4 people, means I am going beyond my comfort level. That means I am down time. For me, it's a down time. Because it is beyond my comfort level. So how do you come to the comfort level? That's what we call abhyasa yoga iktena chetasanannagamina paramam purusam divyam yati partanu chintayana. By practice. By continuous practice, you come to a comfort level from a lower level to a higher comfort level. I can develop myself, that I can meet 3 people today and I can meet 5 people. That is my. You are meeting 0 people. There are some people in America also, they are fearful of interacting people eye to eye. They cannot see eye to eye like this, like this, like this. They are fearful of that. Because they cannot express their thoughts, their bhav. Or they think, it is not that they cannot, they can, but they are afraid that he may judge me. He may judge me, I am this, he may do something. So anyway, so that is not their comfort level. So he doesn't want to do it. So everybody comes to their comfort level. And the thing is that we should not make a circular mark for our comfort level, that my comfort level is, today I cooked in the temple, so I should not chant 4 more rounds. Or my comfort level is, I did something. That doesn't qualify you not to do the anonymous service. Or that doesn't qualify you to not to make it a judgment. So the reason is we do not make a rigid stance on our own that qualifies me and that is my comfort level. But coming from a lower comfort level to a higher comfort level, it doesn't happen automatically. It goes through a long churning of endeavor, where your understanding, your action, your mercy, your advancement, time, many things remains. Just like I was giving example from the beginning is what? That you are practicing your swimming in the beach and you have to go to the middle. See, no advance means no struggle, no advancement. Remember one thing. If you are not struggling, then you are not advancing. If somebody is getting something, benefit, it is from his previous karma. But we have to accumulate more good karma. Right? If you don't row the boat, will it move? It won't move. It's a very simple fundamental principle. So similarly, if you don't do any spiritual activities, how will you advance? And what is the spiritual activities? Have you chanted my rounds? Chanting of the holy name is the only single largest spiritual activities which can bring you advancement in a faster rate. Because that's the only and single largest, what you call the spiritual activities which can bring you faster. How about any other things? Now Gajendra, did he chant? When Gajendra is in ups and downs, did he chant? No. Gajendra, he fought himself for thousands of years. Because my comfort level is not to ask God immediately without trying yourself. That's my comfort level. If the flight is shaking, I mean, I have to put my belt, I have to do this. Okay, maybe after some time I may chant nursing prayer. Maybe after some time I do this one. Not at this time. Draupadi said similarly, not now. My ups and downs is not yet proven. So my ups and downs, which is Draupadi said, that I have to hold my sari so that Dussasana cannot pull it, which is natural. Nothing wrong in that. But it is a first tendency that I come into picture, and when I am disgusted or I am not able to do it, then I invoke some supreme divine personality to help me out, intervention. So we should know that everybody has their own comfort level. Everybody wants to come to a comfort level, a safe level. In interacting with people, meeting with people, when we meet people whom you think perceive to be your comfort zone, isn't it? Daniel goes to a person whom he thinks that he's smiling that person, so I can talk to him. Victoria says, oh, she's smoking, I cannot go near to her. But that is not my comfort, because she'll to me. I cannot go. So it is natural that we have our perceived ideas of what is our comfort level to go there. So similarly, we have our perceived level of resilience to accept the ups and downs in our life to some extent. Somebody gave you, when I was in Vrindavan coming one time in the rainy season, so we are coming from Delhi, right? Delhi to Vrindavan, I have a flight to catch. So the driver, I have a home, so I am calling, and it was likely Vrindavan, a small road, ups and downs roads are there in rainy season. So it fell into one kind of a gutter, and then there are a lot of water, it's like sprinkles. And there are some passers-by students who's going, and it sprinkles there. Completely they got wet or something. So the guy was going. So suddenly one person came in a bike, and he came and he stopped the guy. And when he stopped the guy, then he was asking, hey, why did you do it? You don't see them. Anyway, it's a mistake, and it happens. Because you cannot, how much you stop, there could be possibly, and there could be not avoided. At the same time, he was also going. But anyway, so he came and they pulled him as usual in Indian style. They pulled from his car. They punched him several times. So my son had their Abhay, they never seen in America such thing. So they are crying. But I know. I'm an Indian guy, so I know what's going to happen. And things like that. But they started crying. So their level is that, because they never seen, they've been there, and which is okay, because they started crying. So I went inside, then I was holding them. Hey guys, don't do anything, and no, you don't, you go sit, we have to take care. No, I forgiveness, and please leave him. But they did so much. Imagine 10 minutes they like punched him. I don't know, at least 40, 50 punches they did. So I was going holding them, but they're throwing me away. So, but the situation is, I have been going through such situation many times in my life, ups and downs, which is, not necessarily a new one for me, but as they are there, which is completely new. And then after that, I asked, the guy came, then, okay, let's go. So he came back, and they started, what happened now? Are you, it's okay. Yeah. Because I said, driver life in India is like that. You have to get beaten by so many. So you can't believe that the ups and downs, how we take it, we have to like a thesis and this and police complaint. He won't go, but I was worried, because definitely it was really 15 minutes of punching. It's not a joke, means pulling the hair and hitting on the whole thing. It's like ups and downs. So I gave some tablets and tea and all. That guy drank 2 glasses of that. I said, take rest, And finally, anyway, it is his karma that day, maybe he has to go. And these people, Vrindavan guys, they don't like the Delhi car mark, number. They come and make the Dadagiri there in Vrindavan because, they don't like it, which is natural. So he was telling me that because our car number is plate is Delhi, and even though we do small mistakes, they come aggravate a lot. So I said, okay, it's a good lessons learned for me. I didn't know. So how the people, they treat themselves, in different ups and down situation, How do they take it? Because he has gone through maybe 10, 15 times, he been in the same situation. And he is like this. Now if this thing it comes in CNN, it comes Fox News, many news channel, people get different opinion about it. This is kind of maybe thousands, 15,000 happening per day, or maybe more than that, this kind of tussling on the street. So that's why be careful when you go in India, because my friend, he was also traveling in a jeep, and somehow in a village, the jeep crossed over a few chickens, chickens on the street. So you don't need to stop. First thing is you don't need to stop. You have to run away. So that guy, somehow the villagers got hold of them. They have big, the knife, like this, big. They are all 40, 50 people surrounded to 4 people. Because if the guys go mad, they can kill you at the time, because it's a madness. So it's an art to negotiate a control that particular system and crowd, because it's really an art. You need to learn. So somehow they got some money, or you need to really hold 1 or 2 guys and separate the crowd, the whole momentum. Because there are many places, because my family is also from political background. So when you go to different campaign for my families earlier, so there will be different people will be there for attack. You just imagine 300 people with sticks, they will be there in the 2 people in a car, and you need to confront and make sure that you confront and disperse them. It's an art, because first thing, the art is be courageous. That's it. Be courageously stand there, go into this one and hold okay, what do you want? They get scared. Then you try to negotiate it. But once they get hold of you, then you are out. So the reason is, the system of governance and law is very, very less in India, where at the street things, where if you are got into an accident or anything, either crumpled in a goat or a cow or a chicken or anyone else on the street in a car, then imagine it's a great disaster. Really, it's a catastrophe. Because the crowd, they don't understand anything. They will first get the petrol, gas, and burn it alive. So many things can happen. So those kind of ups and down situation, there is no way you can save yourself unless you pray. At that time, it's impossible. You need to be prayerful to God. Then only you will be saved. So Gajendra is going through the similar situation, which is what? The crocodile has attacked. All the elephants, friends, even though you are there, even though the Romeo and Juliet, they are embracing each other and they put into the ocean. Once they are inside the ocean, they have to separate out. They have to individual. There is no way you can, for 1 minute you may be there, but after that you need to separate it out. You need to individually protect yourself. That's why the self, even though you are wife, children, mother, father, nothing wrong that there is no, it's a doubt of a relationship or doubt of their trustworthiness. It's nothing like that. It's a natural tendency. We come to the positions to save ourselves, save myself. So, that time you can pray God. Because in ups and downs, small thing as I mentioned to you, that you are coming out, going to the office, you are locked out, your car key is inside and you're locked out. How many of you pray God? Or you call insurance guys? You take actions, right? You take an action, which is natural. You need to take an action. And then it is resolved and you don't remember. But you are in such a situations where we are doing, I think we are doing rafting in Colorado, right, Balram? And Balram fell from our boat. So we didn't know. He was, because hey, his mom are there. Balram, he fell. So he was scared. Oh my God, I'm flowing. I said, you know swimming. And it's not like too deep, but it's just like, but he was, oh, come on. But the prayer is not coming. After you do something, then only you can think, oh, thank God. But the immediate reaction is, we have to somehow practice that how to remember God. Because who knows, that could be my last breath. That accident could be my last accident in my life. Or that is the last breath of my life. So we have to somehow, our comfort level is screaming. Our comfort level is yelling. Because that's how to express out. There are people, just they see, what is it called? The butterfly, the caterpillar. The girls who see the caterpillar, they will scream sometimes. Somebody sees a cat, they scream. But somebody sees a lion, cub also, they don't scream. So it depends on which level you are into. Which level you are into and what will be our screaming. So everybody has the natural tendency to scream and yell at the difficult situation. Isn't it? When I see some behavior going on of, let's say, how old your kids? They have fully painted your wall. Then what do you do? You pray God? Do you pray God? Do you thank God? You scream, right? Isn't it? Means you say something. Why did you do it? Why did you, or you try to refrain them to doing that one? So we take the actions because what we want? We wanted to make our environment comfortable based on our vision. We want it to be safe. We want it to be comfortable based on our level of consciousness. Just like Jagannath Das Babaji, you sit at the end. When you are playing in your garage and you are eating and a dog comes and eats in your food, what you'll do is you will scream, shh, go away. Isn't it? Mahaprasadam. Isn't it? It's natural. You will scream, you will yell, you will stop, you will refrain from those kind of activities. But a pure devotees like Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he was eating in the same plate. But that level of their position is completely different than our position. So we cannot, even though I am not screaming, I can say, no, I was eating in Vrindavan and Puri and a dog came and he ate and I was not screaming. But we should not bring artificial position like that I am not screaming, I am taking care of things. We should evaluate our own heart. Am I afraid or not? Am I afraid or not? In where? In Switzerland, there is a like haunted house, haunted house, which comes in. They do a kind of competition. Who can stay one night? They give some prize. One couple ticket to like whole Europe or something. Because it's so scary. It's very scary to some people. They stay only 1-2 hours. That's it. They're out. Because it's very scary haunted house. So we have to know what level I am. We cannot say that artificially I have to overcome this. So our comfort level has to be increased. Our level has to increase gradually. So we expand ourselves. Right? So my comfort level is that I can accommodate something like this of 5 to 10 kids yelling, I can accommodate, but not more than that. So we have to go beyond, or we have to more. So similarly, we have to increase our comfort level where we can adapt, our adaptability is more flexible. That should be the things. The reason is, if you are silent, as I mentioned to you, repeat it, no struggle, no advancement. If you are not struggling, means you are not advancing. Bottom line is there. You are not struggling means you are not advancing. How to know that I am advancing or not? Am I struggling or not? We are not pure devotees, so we are getting everything full-fledged. We are in a lower stage where we have to advance. And how to check, how to know we are advancing? I am struggling for something. Struggling for what? Struggling to cook for Lord. It's not a joke every day cooking for ourselves and offering to Krishna. Is it a simple thing? Simple thing to say, but not simple thing to do it. Prabhupada says bhakti is simple thing to see. Oh, bhakti, doing arti and that's it. But regularly doing this thing is not an easy thing. Doing chanting, Prabhupada says it is really a big yoga. It's a big yoga. Just every day like cooking for the Lord, chanting, then doing bhajan and things like that. So these are all sadhana bhakti. So how do you know? That I am struggling to myself to advance. That my level of consciousness to go up, my activities, spiritual activities to go up. Every spiritual activity when it go up, then you need to have more, your comfort level goes up. That's the thing. So any questions, one or two? Because 7:30 should be off, right? Any comments from anyone? Vishwadas Prabhu. Use the microphone.
So by this discussion, I just feel when we reach to the optimum point, then when I cannot help myself, only that time I'll pray to Krishna or God, or from the very beginning. How do you know
what is the optimum time? What is the optimum point? How do you know?
When I'm failed to do anything, I cannot help myself at all. So when I reach to that point, like Gajendra, 1,000 years, he has been fighting with that crocodile and couldn't help himself, then...
No, it is an example, but we should begin our prayer from the beginning. We should begin our prayer from the beginning so that it is matured at the end, so that we don't need to, intense prayer is required, even though without intense prayer you can see God. Because Gajendra is naturally disgusted by the time when he completely lost hope. And he was in an animal consciousness, we are in human consciousness. And because he remembered God, because he has a pious activities in a previous life as a king, Indradumna, so he was in a better position, and by the divine interventions of the Lord, he was able to offer prayers which he remembered in his past life. So it is a triggering point for him. He has to act like an animal. Animal has to fight. Animal has to fight, which is their natural tendency. The point here mentioned, Hare Krishna, the point here mentioned is that even though he is an animal, he was able to pray to the Lord. Because in his previous karma was triggered at this point. So Lord is basically given the importance of the Lord's positions to shower mercy, even though in your previous life he did some spiritual activities. But we are human beings, we are not Gaja. Are you elephant? We are human beings. We should begin our prayers from the beginning. By knowingly, I don't need to wait that anyway once I fail only I will worship God. You do it. When you go for an interview, in the beginning you pray, in the middle you pray, during the interview you pray, at the last also pray to God, so that you are successful. You cannot say that I go interview, I do my best, which is okay, but at the last, if I don't get it, I will pray it. Well, Krishna will say, okay, you are doing that condition, why should I take you then? I will see you, I will also play a trick with you. Whenever I feel comfortable my side, I will think of you. So, as a devotee, we should learn to pray God at all point of time. Sukhe thako, what is that? Sukhe thako, dukhe thako, sada hari bole dako, or something like that. No, that is grihe thako, bane thako. No, grihe thako, we converted into sukhe thako. Sukhe, sukhe dukhe bola na kar. Means, whether in happiness or in distress, we should always remember God. So, because by that conditions, even though there is no failure. The outcome may be not up to our standard. The outcome may not be up to my expectation or my frame of thoughts. But what Krishna is thinking is best for me, maybe it is right. After 3 years you realize, yes, maybe that outcome was good for me, which Krishna thought. That's why we depend on Krishna, means our realization gets improved in that whole thing. So last, I think you mentioned about the Bhisma Panchak. Bhisma Panchak. Yeah, Bhisma Panchak is starting tomorrow. So as I mentioned in the email also, Thursday is Ekadasi, you can, those who are fasting, but I don't want to give a strange regulations to people, those who are not following or following partially. So as much as you can do for Bhisma Panchak, which is so based on your own diet, you can regulate it, little bit reduce it, and especially more is reading the Gajendra Moksha or reciting the Gopi Geet, which is very, very, very powerful. Gopis sang, because Gopi prayed to Jamuna, Krishna didn't come. Gopis prayed to Lata, Kadamba, Tulsi in the Ban. They prayed to Vrindavan first, they didn't come. Then Gopi sang this song, then Krishna came. So the trick is, we should sing this song. Then Krishna will appear. So we are ready to sing the Gopi prayers during the Aarti? 15 minutes, and then Hare Krishna Kirtan will do. Prabhuji, can you do the 10:31? Just the sloka, okay?
So when is this will break our this Bhisma Panchak? Sunday or
Bhisma Panchak ends on Sunday, but you do the Kartik Purnima is on Monday.
right? So but calendar says end.
Kartik ends. Kartik ends doesn't mean that Kartik Purnima on the same day. Sometimes it may, sometimes it may not be. So Kartik Brat ends, means your Brat, whatever you've done, you ended on that day. Next day, you are supposed to eat regular food if you are doing it. But generally, the next day we eat our regular food when you see the moon. Suppose if you are, I don't know, let's say you are eating khichdi. I am giving an example. I am not demanding anyone to do. Suppose if you are eating khichdi, then you eat until Sunday, and Monday evening you do the feasting. Okay, you don't, Sunday evening you don't eat the feast which is to be offered. So if you are just drinking milk, you do until Sunday. So point is, on Monday only you break the fast evening, because that is super moon also this time. Super moon, I think NASA is also doing some observations, which is double size the moon you will see in the evening. And anyway, you all have to see, because you are breaking our fast in Kartik, you should see the super moon, I think around 6:30 or something, or I don't know the time, you can check in Google. Don't forget, on Monday evening, see the moon, which is double the size the moon which you see, which comes after 40-50 years, this particular. So it's very auspicious. And then anyway, the Kartik Purnima, which is very good. So we see the moon, we then offer ghee lamp to Lord Damodar, that's our final one. And that night Ras Leela happens. So Krishna performs, and then we break our fast, and then. So that is the thing. So sometimes it happens in the same day, but this time I think there is some calculation wise, Pratipat and Purnima, there are few hours difference, so we are going through that channel. So we wanted to sing. Are you okay? See, it's a 19 sloka, which is very good. So 2 line will go through like this. Let me repeat, so you guys can read. No, Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. Gopyachu, like this. Jayati te adhikam janmana braja shrayata indira saswadatrahi. Te adhikam janmana braja shrayata indira saswadatrahi. Daita drishyatam dikshyatavakash tvaidhrita shavash त्वं विचिन्नते दयिता दृश्यतां दिक्षु तव कश त्वयि धृतश्रवस त्वं विचिन्नते शरदुदशये साधुजात सरसोजिदोरा श्रीमुषादृशा शरदुदशये साधुजात सरसीजदोरा श्रीमुषादृशा सुरतानाथ ते अशुल्कदशिका वरदा निघ्नतो नेह किं बद्धा सुरतानाथ दशिका वरदा निघ्नतो नेह किं बद्धा विषा जलाप्यायत व्यालराक्षसात् वर्षमरुतात् वैद्युतानलात् विषाजलाप्यायत वर्षमरुतात् वैद्युतानलात् वृषामयात्मजात् विश्वतो भयात् ऋषभाते भयं रक्षितामुहो वृषामयात्मजात् विश्वतो भयात् ऋषभते भयं रक्षितामुहो न खलु गोपीका नन्दनो भवान् अखिला देहीनाम् अंतरात्मदृक् न खलु गोपीका नन्दनो भवान् अखिला देहीनाम् अंतरात्मदृक् विखनाशार्थितो विश्वगुप्तये सखौदेवान् सत्वतां कुले विखानसार्थितो विश्वगुप्तये सखौदेवान् सत्वतां कुले विरचिताभयं वृष्णिधुर्यते चरणं यूषां संस्मृतिर्भयात् विरचिताभयं शरणाम्यूषां संस्मृतिर्भयात् करसाररूहं कान्तकामदं शिरसि धेयिना श्रीकराग्रहम् करशोररूहं कान्तकामदं शिरसि देयिना श्रीकरागृहम् व्रजजनार्तिहन् वीरायसीतं निजजानस्मया ध्वंसनास्मिता व्रजजनार्तिहन् वीरायसीतं निजजानस्मया ध्वंसनास्मिता भज सखे भावा किङ्करीष्मनो जलारूहनानं चारु दर्शय भज सखे भावा किङ्करीष्मनो जलारूहनानं चारु दर्शय प्रणतदेहीनां पापकर्षणं तृणचरानुगं श्रीनिकेतनं प्रणतदेहीनां पापकर्षणं तृणचरानुगं श्रीनिकेतनं फणिफणार्पितं ते पदाम्बुजं कृणु कुचेषुना कृन्धि हृष्यं फणिफणार्पितं ते पदाम्बुजं कृणु कुचेषुना कृन्धि हृष्यं मधुरया गिरा बल्गुवाक्यया बद्धमनुज्ञया पुष्करे क्षणा मधुरया गिरा बल्गुवाक्यया बुद्धमनुज्ञया पुष्करे क्षणा विधिकरीरिमा वीरमुह्यति अधरसीदानुपया ययस्वना विधिकरीरिमा वीरमुह्यति अधरसीधुना अप्ययास्वना तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीदितं कल्मषापहं तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीदितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जना श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जना प्रहसितं प्रिया प्रेमवेक्षणं विहरणं च ते ध्यानमङ्गलम् टू बिट मृदंग ध्यानमङ्गलम् रहसि संविदोया हृदि स्पृशा कुहको न मना क्षोभयान्ति हि रहसि संविदोया या हृदि स्पृशा कुहको न मना क्षोभयान्ति हि चलसि यद्व्रजाज चारयान् पशून् नलिन सुन्दरं नाथ ते पदं चलसि यद्व्रजाज चारयान् पशून् नलिन सुन्दरं नाथ ते पदं शिलातृणान्कुरे सिदातिथीना कललितं मन कान्त गच्छति शिलातृणाकुरे सिदातिथीना कलिलतां मन कान्त गच्छति दिनपरीक्षये नीलकुन्तले वनारुहाननं बिभ्रदावृतं दिनपरीक्षये नीलकुन्तले वनारुहाननं बिभ्रदावृतं घनरजस्वलं दर्शयान्मुहुर्मनसि न स्मरं वीरयच्छसि मनसि न स्मरन् वीरयच्छसि प्रणतकामदं पद्मजार्चितं धरणिमण्डनं देयमापदि प्रणतकामदं पद्मजार्चितं धरणिमण्डनं ध्येयमापदि चरणपङ्कजं सन्तमं च ते रमणनस्तने स्वार्पयादिहन् चरणपङ्कजं सन्तमामुचे रमणनस्तने स्वार्पयादिहन् सुरतवर्धनं शोकनाशनं स्वरितवेणुना सुस्थुचुम्बितं सुरतवर्धनं शोकनाशनं सुरतवेणुना सुस्थिचुम्बितम् इतररागविस्माराणं नीणं वितरवीरनास्ते अधारमृतम् इतररागविस्मारणं नीणं वितरवास्ते अधारमृतम् अततियद्भवान् अन्निकाननं त्रुतियुगायते तम् अपश्यतम् अततियद्भवान् अन्निकाननं त्रुतियुगायते तम् अपश्यतम् कुटिलकुन्तलं श्रीमुखं च ते जदौदीक्षतं पक्ष्मकीदृशं कुटिलकुण्ठलं श्रीमुखं च ते जदौदीक्षतं पक्ष्मकीदृशं पतिसुतान्वया भ्रातृर्बान्धवान् अतिविलाङ्गयते अन्ति अच्युतागता पतिसुतान्नया भ्रातृर्बान्धवान् अतिविलङ्घ्यते अन्ति अच्युता गतिविदास्तवोद्गीतमोहिता कीटवयोषिता कस्त्यजेन्निशि गतविधास्तवो गीतमोहिता कीटवयोषिता कस्त्यजेन्निशि रहसि संविदं हृच्छयोदयं प्रहसिताननं प्रेमभीक्षणम् रहसि संविदं हृच्छयोदयं प्रहसिताननं प्रेमभीक्षणम् बृहदुराश्रियो वीक्षाधाम ते मुहुरतिस्प्रिया मुह्यते मन बृहदुराश्रियो वीक्षाधाम ते मुहुरतिस्प्रिया मुह्यते मन ब्रजवनेकशं व्यक्तिरङ्गते वृजिनहन्त्रियलं विश्वमङ्गलं ब्रजवनोकशं व्यक्तिरङ्गते वृजिनहन्त्रियलं विश्वमङ्गलं त्यजामनक्षणस्तत्स्मृतामनं स्वजनहृद्रुजं यन्निषूदनं त्यजामनक्षणस्त्वत्स्प्रियात्मनं स्वजनहृद्रुजं यन्निषूदनं यत्ते सुजाता चरणाम्बुरुहं स्तनेषु वीतासने प्रिया दधिमहि कर्कशेषु तेना तावीम् अतसी तद्व्यथतेन किं स्वे कुर्पाद्वीरभ्रमति धी भवत आयुषां न। हरे कृष्णा। गोपी गीता की जय। By this 19th sloka, Krishna appeared. Just imagine, Krishna can't stay longer. Just by this one, Krishna said, that's it, I have to come. You should read the meaning. And this Bhisma Panchak, everybody should chant this. Gopi, 19th sloka. How long it take? 15 minutes. So, 10 chapter 31, 19, you chant it, okay?